Beware of the 7 stars and their sword formation. Together, they have slain countless evildoers. But now they're dark and hollow, just like their faces. A nameless survivor. Let's take a look at some gameplay and cinematic scenes of Phantom Blade Zero, an upcoming game that looks absolutely insane, with impressive graphics. A gameplay that looks so fluid that makes me want to try it already, all that filled with charisma and quality. This is one of those boss fights against some normal enemies and a stronger one. But take a look at the movements of the character, and of the enemies too, that even looks like a theater of so cinematic. What is good? Now take a closer look at the visual of these enemies, the outfit, weapons, and especially the movements that they do in this sort of cutscene. This is that moment when you kill a hard boss in a Souls-like game, and see that there's a second stage, what makes you want to cry. But listen to the soundtrack now, it becomes an intense metal song, and it sounds sick. It was an insane boss fight, and in the start seemed a simple one. That's what's so interesting about this sort of game. Sometimes you think that boss or enemy won't mean any danger, but when you truly face it, you change your mind. There will be more boss fights here, with different movements, visuals and much more, so stay there. This part is interesting cause we see the movements of one of the weapons of the game, and it looks like a movie, so fluid and beautiful. And there will be much more weapons in the game, what makes me curious to know how each one are going to be.
Go up there. Turn back before it's too late.
Phantom Blade Zero is going to be an action RPG game, with some aspects of hack and slash, and also Souls-like. A lot of people in the start thought it'd be a true Souls-like game, cause it really seemed like, but the developers said that it won't be, but a game with some inspirations in the subgenre. The game is being developed by the Studio S Game, a Chinese studio. What's interesting, China's been making some very interesting video games, like Black Myth Wukong, released in 2023, or even Tides of Annihilation, that looks completely insane, with extreme quality. A game that just seeing I want to try it out already. But Phantom Blade is coming out to PlayStation 5 and Windows, at least in the start. Xbox so far wasn't confirmed, but the sad part is that we don't know when the game is coming out. Some people believed it would be released in 2025, but in this gameplay trailer they say the release date is going to be announced still in 2025, so I believe we could see this at in the end of 2026. Or even 2027, what's sad, but let's hope that the game launches in a good state, and it's as good as it looks, so it'll worth the wait. This one is another insane boss fight. As we can see, there will be a lot in the game. Absolutely impressive. Now let's see a whole part of fight and a semi-boss fight in the end, showing us a little bit more of the combat of the game. Beyond the graphic and soundtrack, what absolutely amazes me is the combat style and the design of everything in the game. The combat looks so impressive, with movements and attack combinations that look so insane. So I really want to see the possibilities we'll have in this game in the combat. The design is also incredible, since the environments, to the design of the enemies and bosses. Something I like about From Software is that they create enemies and bosses with the impressive creativity, and I'm happy to see that other studios are doing it too, but in their own ways. The enemies in this game looks as impressive as the protagonist, with insane movements, and also about their visuals, with badass armors and weapons. And when we see that bosses, we get absolutely speechless. They got different and unique visuals, with nice effects and impressive moveset. What even looks hard to fight against. What for me is excellent. I love challenges in this kind of game, especially against boss fights.
That no one could escape.
Everyone wears a mask. You too.
This is a real face!
He let you live? What secret did you sell him? Only a dead person can keep a secret. Going where? This damn place! You're suicidal! One last toast, and we're all done.
If you wonder, no, the game won't be set in an open world. What for me sounds good, especially nowadays, that we see studios making a lot of open world games without the care needed, and a sort of linear game is way easier to do, so it requires less care in this aspect.
Patience is the key, Master. Time is not on his side. All we have to do is wait. Yes. Let's kill him with time.
But instead of open world, the game will be set in a map in style similar to Dark Souls, a game with a great exploration, with secret items, enemies, and bosses, but also a map interconnected, probably with shortcuts and interconnections to areas you've previously explored. What for me sounds even better than open world.
What's your plan? Knowing you have only 66 days to live.
Get my heart back.
Since the first trailer I got impressed by everything we've seen in the video and also the things I mentioned, so I'm truly hyped about the game. As a lover of action-adventure and challenging games, I always get excited when I see a game this way, with so much potential. Let's just hope they don't let us down. But from Black Myth on, I'll always be happy about new games coming from China, and just remembering, the game is being developed by the Studio S game to PlayStation 5 and Microsoft Windows. Xbox is not confirmed, and I must say that I don't see this game coming out to Xbox, but I hope I'm wrong about it. As more people playing, better it'll be. But I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like the video and also leave your comments with your opinion about the game. And of course, subscribe for more videos like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and so long.